So today I'm going to take you around a buddy of mine, Jeff Seals, his new homestead. We just bought this. We searched all over Kentucky for this place. I mean, we were looking for land everywhere, and it ends up we found a place just 3 miles from my farm. So I'm going to take you around today and show you this. It's a pretty unique property, and it's got a lot of promise, and I'll kind of explain what I think he's thinking of doing. Of course, we'll see what he ends up doing. You'll see more Jeff, because Jeff's going to start doing woodworking every other week when I don't put a video up. I only put a video up every other week. He's going to fill those other weeks with woodworking stuff, so you'll see a lot more from Jeff. So here we are, we're out at his place, and let me show you around. Welcome to my life. There's the edge right there. Actually, right kind of there, I guess, is how I'm pointing at the camera. That tree line goes down to this water and goes that way. So this is the entrance to Jeff's farm. His property line is right on the side of this driveway, which is his road. He doesn't really want the road here, probably end up putting a fence along here. Then over here, where we're gonna put the road in, right in the center of the property. The gate is down there, which you can't see, but I'll show it to you in a second. I've already started putting in some rock here. I'll take you around and show you the front barn. All right, so this is the front barn, and it's kind of built on a hill. It's kind of awkward. As you can see, the floor slants. We're gonna try to level it out, I think, is our plan. I think Jeff's gonna try to save this one. The other one in the back, you'll see it in a while, is probably not worth saving. So we're probably gonna try to save this one and then use the stuff off the other barn to fix it up. I think originally it was built, and then they fixed the road. And when they fixed the road, it made it a lane and a half instead of one lane. They just, you know, they filled it in with dirt, and I think a lot of the dirt's washed. You can see the front's trying to hold it back. So we'll probably end up ripping the whole front off and redoing the front, I would assume. It's up to Jeff. Got a lot of cleaning up to do. A lot of junk still left in here. It's kind of, these are the way the tobacco barns were built in Kentucky, though. As you'll see in the big barn as well. I mean, it's simply made to dry the tobacco, right? So when you raise the tobacco, just hanging on these are just wood. They're just wood logs that are nailed up on top of the beam. So there's some really nice rough cut lumber, but not like there's a whole bunch of stuff in here we're saving. This side is covered in metal, and I think Jeff's idea currently is to take the old wood off the other tobacco barn and put it on top of that metal, if not stagger the wood. So we'll see what ends up happening. But this is the front barn. Got some roof work to do up here, which we'll definitely try to get on and get that fixed before long, so that it doesn't ruin the barn, because once the roof starts going, they go fast. I think it's got a little tack room here on the side. Just junk, but yeah, that'll all need to be cleaned up. It's interesting because it looks like somebody's been in here. That wasn't like that before. So somebody's been out here. Interesting. So this is the view from the road. You can kind of see where I've started filling in. So we wanted to kind of go straight down that path. You can see that's where the barn is. The edge of the barn is the property line. The edge of that road is the property line, right where that pole is. But the thought process is kind of centered it up. And we're probably going to go straight, try to put the driveway straight through to that thing. It's going to take a lot of fill to make a decent slope, but well, we got nothing but time, I guess. So here we are at the back of the front field, kind of looking back. You can kind of see where we came, and the road up there, and rock pile, and front barn, and the property line's right on the edge there. The house, which used to be part of this, is no longer part of that, so it's sold off separately. front field, and again the driveway will come right down the center here and then pick up this road, which then goes through a creek. Which is really low right now. It's not nice. Usually it's pretty packed out. So this is a different video from earlier in the spring. But look at the difference in the water level. I mean, this was after a rainstorm, but man, this thing can really get deep. So we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do, whether it's put a culvert in or a bridge over it or whatever. That's pretty deep, dude. And this is the back barn, which we probably will tear down and use the wood for the fix the front barn. It's in pretty sad shape. It looks fine on the outside when we first looked at it. So it looks fine when you first look at it, but when you start getting into it because we thought, well, we'll rebuild this one and that'd be great, you know, have a nice Kentucky horse barn, save it. But it's just so bad. And we thought, well, we can re-roof it, but it's hard to see up there, but that is termite rot all the way through. So the termites have already eaten through it. So there's really not a lot to save in here. There's a couple of nice beams that we can use on that front barn and really shore it up and straighten it up. And then we'll use the slats on the wood, especially the top. The bottoms are a little infested, but the top slats we can use to redo the front barn. And I think that'd be a good use and recycle of this barn. But she's in sad shape. But again, it's a tobacco barn, so they're not made to do anything but dry the tobacco and keep the rain off of it. So yeah, she's interesting. They use rock on this side and then stumps in the center. This one's already dropped. That whole front corner up there. Let me see if I can get around this manure pile here without getting nasty. There we go. This front corner, this corner is starting to come out. This corner's already fell out. The beam's even missing. I don't even understand. But there's no beam there. And so this whole corner, this side's already ready to fall. There are some good beams to save. There's some bad beams too. But these will be nice posts to reuse. All this is just, as you can see, it's just trees that are just cut to fit, so no sense in worrying about those. But the front was ripped off. I think they tried to keep the cattle out of here for a while, but obviously the cattle come in here. There is a heifer still on this field, on this farm. So we will look for her, but she's elusive. She is elusive. of course, out back, we got this shed. Now, let me take you around there. And we got this old shed. You don't need to come down. You can see it's already fallen into the center. Actually, it looks like the heifer's been around here too. Oh yeah, here you go, man. She's seen better days for sure. She has seen better days. This was actually, I think somebody actually lived in here one time. There was a stove there, and it's like they had styrofoam up for insulation on the walls at one time, but she's definitely way past gone. Way past gone. Oh, bird liked it. You see that bird? And then to the side here, this is a pretty nifty little deal here. You got this ice house or underground thing for the keeping stuff cool. Yep. It's just like rock walls that they've kind of concreted in. But pretty nifty little shelter anyway. So yeah. And this stuff's grown up. And down here we have another pond. I'm not sure if that's runoff or spring fed or what. We haven't quite figured that out yet. And we'll see what happens this summer if it dries out or what. We've had so much rain, it's hard to tell. And underneath that tree is the well. I wouldn't use it, but you could use it to water the grass or make concrete though. So that's good. All right, let me get out of here. This is a mess. What you doing, girl? So we found the old heifer at the top of the hill. She was hiding out in the shade. She's pretty elusive. We hadn't found her, but the farmer had left her behind. When we got there, we had a big surprise. Sorry about the bad camera work, but can you see her? She's right there. The old heifer had a calf. So not only did we get left an old heifer, now we have a calf. We have 2 cows. So we're here at the very back of the right corner of the farm. He's got his property marker. That's really the corner. I just tagged it up. So there's sure we found a bunch of hunter stuff back here, so we're kind of marking it up. But that's a really nice low field down here, quite long, as you saw from the drone footage. And there's a stream that comes all the way across through here, that goes on down into the front stream. It's probably dry right now. I don't know if it's run off or no, it's actually wet. You can kind of see it down there. I don't know if you can see it. I can see it, but it runs down there along there, and it's actually flowing. So, and then there's a little creek that comes up through here. It actually cuts this corner, but that's just when it's raining, there's runoff. And then there's a back road through here, which I'll splice out of another video that I've done, where I walk that. So I'll show you that. But it's a really nice road that I need to get back to with the excavator and smooth it out. But it cuts on back through there, and then that just kind of goes back up to the top of the hill. There's rock wall up there and all that. So, all right, moving on. This is actually footage of a different time when me and my son-in-law were driving through the farm on doing some tractor work. But it gives you an idea of what this back road looks like. It's pretty rough. We'll get it. So here we are. I'm at the middle, I guess more towards the front, kind of the middle part of the farm. Back here, well, all the way to the back is the back corner. Of course, remember there's a four-wheeler trail down in those trees that goes down the hill. Then it follows that property line. And of course, you know, down there at the bottom of that hill is, over those hills is the backfield we were just in. It comes out to the front, and the big barn is straight down there. Pond is over there, road is over there, and the road goes all the way across the front of there. And of course, that's the treed in area towards the front, and this is the back fence line that goes all the way down to the road. And then there's a creek at the bottom that follows. It's his land. Yeah, so there, that's the back fence row. What a view, huh? It's quite something to look at out there, for sure. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, Jeff Seals, especially because my truck is muddy now. We're going through your stream. But that's going to be a great property, great place to build a home, homestead later on in life when Jeff retires. In the meantime, we'll just go out there and play and maintain it for him. So that's it. See you next week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and you'll see more of Jeff. Jeff will be coming on there every other week here shortly, doing some woodworking and whatever to fill in the gaps of the weeks that I'm not posting videos. So hopefully you like that kind of format. If not, I can leave the other week blank. All right. y'all help me out and like and subscribe to my channel, Shots Life, on YouTube.